Hey guys, welcome back to All in a Day of with me, Mike. Just wanted to say, hey, hope you guys are having a great week. I know it's been a couple days since I posted a video. I've been eating all kinds of leftovers and food. I'm telling you, that lasagna I think lasted like 3 or 4 days. And I've got the rest of it that I've actually saran wrapped like 4 or 5 times, put it in a freezer bag. It's frozen. And I'm taking it into my parents' this weekend. So this weekend, I'm actually going to be at my parents' house. We're going to, I told my mother I was going to make her some homemade bread. So I'm going to go in, make some homemade bread for her. She's going to have some lasagna. And I think my dad is cooking some food. I think he's doing a turkey. I'm not sure what sides. I'm looking forward to that. I love me some turkey. I don't care what time of the year it is. I can eat turkey all year long. But anyway, I am getting my daughter today, and I asked her, I was like, baby girl, what do you want to eat for dinner tonight? And she said, Dad, can we have some chicken parmesan? I was like, I guess we could do some chicken parmesan. So I was actually just going to buy whole, like the store sauce. And I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. We're going to make homemade sauce. I'm going to show you guys a couple of little tips and stuff. Just what I have seen with buying food. I'm sorry, I've got a lab literally laying right at my feet, so it kind of makes it hard with the cutting board. No joke, she's literally laying right there, probably waiting on scraps to fall. She loves cauliflower, she loves broccoli. So as you can see, I've got this beautiful head of cauliflower I'm getting ready to cut up, and she's just waiting on a piece of that stuff. But anyway, so I was at the store today, guys, and you can buy the little 1 ounce or 0.75 ounce containers of herbs and of herbs like thyme, oregano, things of that nature. But if you actually buy parsley by the bunch, it's a lot cheaper. I can tell you, you could buy a bunch of it for $1.75. The little container that gives you a third, maybe a fourth of that, the bunch is like $3.50. So just keep it in the plastic bags that you get at the store. And keep it in the fridge, and that stuff will last. I mean, I can keep that stuff for a week and a half, and it does not go bad. You know, you can take the bad pieces off and put it up. And then another good tip, too, guys, is I'm telling you, I buy the actual, when I go to Publix, I buy the actual basil plants. I don't buy the basil in the container because literally you get one use out of that container, and it's $3. You buy a plant, it's $4.50. You get 3 to 4 uses out of this bad boy. Granted, you got to water it, but I don't know. There's just something about having a live plant. You're picking it fresh off of the plant. So anyway, just another little good tip. I just think it's cheaper to do it that way. If you're going to use the basil, I think it's better just to do it off of a plant. Well, earlier I was actually, because like I said, tonight we're doing chicken parmesan. And then, of course, usually with chicken parmesan, I'll do, I usually do asparagus. Ansley doesn't really care for asparagus. So she wanted cauliflower, she wanted corn on the cob. Not necessarily the best thing to pair with chicken parmesan, but hey, I'm cooking a meal for the dog. So I know that she's going to love it. It's all good. It's what she wanted, so it is what it is. But I have bought a container or a block of actual Parmesan cheese, and I have already grated it. Now, I want you guys to see how beautifully and fine this is. And you can't do this off of a normal cheese grater, all right? I have what you call a microplaner, and I just wanted to show you guys this. This microplaner is the bomb. As you can see, it has got really, really fine teeth on it. It is still sharp, so it can still cut you if you go the wrong way. But I usually put down a piece of parchment paper, and then I'll grade my cheese with this, and it gets it that fine. And then I'll just take the parchment paper, wrap it, fold it up, and then I'll pour it in my container, okay? Little tidbit for you there. But if you don't have a microplaner and you like to have some fine grated cheese, this is the best way to do it right here, microplaner. You can get them on Amazon. This actually came in my cooking kit that I bought when I was in school, and it works like a champ. All right, so just want to give you guys a tidbit on that. Anyway, so a couple different types of parsley. This is actually curly parsley. They did not have regular Italian parsley. So they just had the curly kale parsley, which honestly, it doesn't taste any different. It's just the look. But I'm going to chop it down and mince it up to use as a garnish over the top of the chicken parmesan. You guys will see in another video later. And then, of course, we're going to steam some cauliflower for Ansley. Keep in mind, dear Lord, I'm about to step on her tail. Keep in mind, whenever I do my steamed vegetables, if it's broccoli or cauliflower, when I put it into a pot, and I love stainless steel, guys. I love stainless steel. Anyway, when I put it into the pot, of course, I'm going to rinse it, drain it, strain it, clean it once I get it cut. But I will, if my cauliflower is this high in the pot, I only fill the water up about a halfway, if not that. You're just trying to steam it on there just to get it softened. You don't need to completely cover it. Me personally, I think it gets soggy, especially with broccoli. Because you know, when you cook a green vegetable like broccoli, you'll see it go from this color to like 3 times as dark, and you know it's basically been probably overcooked. So always take a fork, try to touch it, see if it's just soft with a fork. You don't want to overcook it, especially when you're just trying to steam it. But anyway, that's a good tidbit for that as well. So anyway, let me show you guys what I've got going on over here. So Ansley, of course, wants corn on the cob. I've got my corn actually soaking in a pot with some sugar. I like to get my corn nice and a sweet taste. And then we are going to make homemade sauce. So I've got my parents' tomatoes, and I'm about to pull out. I've actually had to go buy another can of diced tomatoes and some sauce and a little bit of tomato paste just to kind of thicken it up. But what we're going to do is we're going to actually saute some yellow onion and some garlic in this pot and get it sauteed for a couple of minutes. And then we're going to add our sauces to it. And I like to get my sauce kind of thick. I like my sauce kind of on the thicker side. I don't want it to be too runny. So I will actually sit here and cook it for a couple of hours on a really low temp. You can burn it. So you got to be very, very careful with that. So I'm constantly stirring it. I'll watch it over the next couple of hours just to get it to reduce down and to thicken up. And then I'm going to add some fresh basil that you just saw from my plant, a little bit of oregano, some salt and pepper, and go from there. And then we'll taste it and see how it tastes. But another tidbit that I wanted to show you guys real quick before I get started on the sauce and stuff is the cans. I don't know how many people do this, but I'm telling you, it is such a big deal. If you go to the store and you buy cans, before you cut it, wipe it off. Wipe the top of the can off with a rag or something, because there's so much dirt, dust, and everything else that gets on those cans, so that when you actually open it with your can opener, all that stuff is on there. It's getting into your juice, it's getting into your sauce or whatever it is, your green beans, your corn, what it is. It's getting into that stuff. So just a good hygiene tip of the day, man. Just wipe the top of your cans off before you open them up and go from there, okay? So anyway, without ado, I am going to get in here. I'm going to cut up some cauliflower. I'm going to cut up some parsley just to get that staged for later. Get my garlic and onions cut up for the sauce, get the sauce going, and then I will be back in touch. This is video 1, chicken parmesan with some cauliflower and corn on the cob, homemade sauce. Love you guys. Bye.